For signs you're embracing vulnerability. Vulnerability is the heartbeat of a courageous, authentic life, a bold choice to show up as your true self, even when it feels scary or uncertain. Far from weakness, embracing vulnerability is a strength that fosters deep connections, personal growth, and unshakable confidence. It's about opening your heart, admitting your needs, and trusting that your imperfections make you human, not flawed. In a world that often rewards perfectionism, choosing vulnerability is a revolutionary act that transforms relationships and empowers you to live fully. Whether you're navigating challenges, chasing dreams, or building bonds, vulnerability is your bridge to a richer, more meaningful life. The best part: you're likely already practicing this courage, and your actions are shining through in powerful ways. In this article, we'll explore 4 signs that you're embracing vulnerability, backed by insights from psychology experts and research, including Brené Brown's Daring Greatly and studies from Journal of Positive Psychology. By the end, you'll recognize how you're growing, understand what these signs mean, and, most importantly, learn how to keep nurturing vulnerability to create a life of connection and authenticity. Stay with us until the end, because you might discover small habits or strengths that are quietly shaping a braver, more open you. Let's dive in and celebrate the ways you're embracing vulnerability. Sign 1. You share your true feelings openly. One of the most powerful signs you're embracing vulnerability is your ability to share your true feelings openly, expressing emotions like joy, fear, or sadness without hiding or pretending. According to Brené Brown's Daring Greatly, 2012, vulnerability involves sharing your authentic emotions, which builds trust and deepens relationships. Consider 2 co-workers, Mia and Ethan, both 34 years old. When Mia feels overwhelmed by a project, she tells her team, "I'm feeling stressed and could use some input," sparking collaboration. Ethan, however, masks his anxiety, faking confidence, which isolates him. Mia's openness shows she's embracing vulnerability, fostering connection and support. Sharing true feelings means letting others see your emotional truth, even when it feels risky, instead of bottling up or faking emotions. This courage creates intimacy, reduces stress, and aligns you with your authentic self, a hallmark of vulnerability. The good news: you can nurture this. Practice naming your emotions daily, like saying, "I feel nervous about this meeting," to a friend or in a journal. Start with low-stakes settings to build comfort. If sharing feels scary, try expressing one small feeling, like excitement, to someone you trust. Ask yourself, do you share your true emotions openly, or do you hide them to seem strong? Expressing your feelings is a sign you're embracing vulnerability, and it can open your heart to connection. Sign 2. You ask for help when needed. Another strong sign you're embracing vulnerability is your willingness to ask for help when needed, reaching out instead of struggling alone. A 2018 study in Journal of Positive Psychology found that seeking help fosters resilience and connection, as it requires the courage to admit limitations. Imagine 2 friends, Sophia and Lucas, both 30 years old. When Sophia struggles with a personal issue, she calls a friend for advice, feeling supported and relieved. Lucas, however, keeps his struggles private, fearing he'll seem weak, and grows overwhelmed. Sophia's willingness to ask for help shows she's embracing vulnerability, strengthening her bonds. Asking for help means recognizing you can't do everything alone and trusting others to support you, whether it's for a task, advice, or emotional care. This vulnerability builds teamwork, reduces isolation, and honors your humanity, a key trait of an open heart. The good news: you can practice this. Identify one area where you need support, like a work task, and ask someone specific for help, like, "Can you review this?" Start small, like asking for directions, to normalize it. If asking feels hard, reflect on a time someone helped you and how it felt to accept. Reflect on your openness. Do you ask for help when you need it, or do you try to go it alone? Seeking support is a sign you're embracing vulnerability, and it can lighten your load. Sign 3. You accept criticism without defensiveness. Accepting criticism without defensiveness, listening to feedback with an open mind instead of reacting protectively, is a vital sign you're embracing vulnerability. Brené Brown's The Gifts of Imperfection, 2010, notes that receiving feedback humbly requires vulnerability, as it involves facing imperfections without shame. Picture 2 managers, Ava and Mason, both 36 years old. When Ava receives constructive feedback on her presentation, she listens, asks questions, and uses it to improve, staying calm. Mason, however, bristles, arguing and dismissing the critique, missing a chance to grow. Ava's openness to criticism shows she's embracing vulnerability, turning feedback into growth. Accepting criticism means seeing feedback as an opportunity to learn, not a personal attack, and responding with curiosity rather than defense. This humility fosters growth, builds trust, and reflects a secure sense of self, a cornerstone of vulnerability. The good news? You can develop this. When criticized, pause and breathe before responding, then ask, "Can you clarify what I could improve?" Write down feedback to process it calmly. If you get defensive, reflect on why and practice thanking someone for feedback, even if it stings. Think about your reactions. Do you welcome criticism with openness, or do you get defensive? Accepting feedback is a sign you're embracing vulnerability, and it can fuel your growth. If you're finding these insights inspiring so far, please comment number 3 below to let me know you're here. Your feedback motivates me to share more ways to live courageously. Now, let's move on to the next sign. Sign 4. You connect with others through honesty. Connecting with others through honesty, building relationships rooted in truth and transparency, is a final sign you're embracing vulnerability. A 2020 Harvard Business Review article highlights that honest communication fosters trust and closeness, as vulnerability in sharing creates authentic bonds. Imagine two neighbors, Chloe and Liam, both 38 years old. Chloe shares her genuine thoughts and struggles with friends, like admitting she's nervous about a new job, deepening their trust. Liam, however, keeps conversations surface level, hiding his true feelings to avoid seeming weak, which limits closeness. Chloe's honest connections show she's embracing vulnerability, creating meaningful relationships. Connecting through honesty means sharing your authentic self, your joys, fears, and experiences, with others, even when it feels exposed. This openness builds intimacy, fosters mutual understanding, and strengthens bonds, a hallmark of vulnerability. The good news? You can deepen this. Share one honest thought or feeling weekly, like telling a friend, "I'm really excited about this." Practice active listening to encourage others' honesty. If you hide your true self, start small by sharing a minor truth, like a hobby you love, to build comfort. Reflect on your relationships. Do you connect through honest sharing, or do you keep things surface level? Honest bonds are a sign you're embracing vulnerability, and they can enrich your life. Final thoughts. Now that you've explored these 4 signs, take a moment to celebrate your courage. Are you sharing your true feelings, asking for help, and accepting criticism openly? Do you connect with others through honesty? If you're seeing these signs, you're embracing vulnerability like a true champion, building a life of authenticity, connection, and strength. If some areas need work, that's okay. Vulnerability is a journey, and every step toward openness is a victory. Embracing vulnerability is your key to a life of courage, trust, and deep relationships. Keep nurturing it by sharing honestly, seeking support, and welcoming feedback daily. Share your progress with trusted friends or mentors, and dive into resources like Daring Greatly or the Gifts of Imperfection for deeper inspiration. The choices you make today to embrace vulnerability will shape a future where you live boldly, connect deeply, and inspire others with your authenticity. Your vulnerability is your superpower. Keep embracing it, stay open, and let your courage shine. If you found this article motivating, please comment below with your thoughts or questions, and consider sharing it with someone ready to live more openly. Let's keep building a more vulnerable, connected world together.